Welcome back to another episode of Mecha Mondays. Today, we'll be looking at a remaster of one of the most, in my opinion, underrated mech video games, Assault Suit Leynos. For the uninitiated, the Leynos games were a series of mecha side-scrollers developed by Messiah Games in the 1990s, the first of which was Assault Suit Leynos for the Sega Mega Drive in 1990. For the North American release on the Sega Genesis, the game was retitled to Target Earth. If you're curious about the Genesis version of the game, I actually did a review about it last year, so feel free to check it out. Anyways, fast forward 26 years. On July 14th, 2016, the remaster of Assault Suit Leynos was released on PS4 and later on Windows via Steam on August 30th. This release caught me completely off guard. The original version of the game for Genesis, while fun, is honestly not my favorite game in the Leynos series. But after watching the launch trailer for the remaster, I figured why not, let's give this game another shot. So I was able to get through the entire game, and if I had to review it in just one sentence, I would say this game is a faithful and fun remaster of the original Assault Suit Leynos, for the most part. A few issues present in the original game can still be found in the remaster, while other issues appear to be specific to the PC version of the game, which is the version I just happen to own. But let's start with the good. First of all, the graphics are vastly improved. Every bit of movement, animation, and explosion is simply a joy to look at, whereas the visuals of the original game left me kinda bored. Granted, it's a 27-year-old game now, so it's understandable. The best example I can give you is Stage 3, which is a free-roaming space mission. In the Genesis version, it's pretty dull, while the remaster is a drastic improvement. Another great thing about the remaster is the number of options available in the main menu. In the original version, you were just limited to playing the game, and that was about it. The remaster, on the other hand, allows you to replay your favorite levels, unlock in-game achievements, and view concept art from the original game. The original artwork is actually kinda cool, and you can definitely see the mecha influences of the 1980s scattered throughout. Another great thing about the Assault Suit Leynos remaster is the difficulty. This time around, players actually have a choice in how they want to approach the game. You can either play through each stage one by one with saves, or you can play through the entire game on hard mode with limited continues, which is equivalent to the difficulty of the original game. The difficulty of Assault Suit Leynos was actually one of my biggest complaints from the Genesis version, so I'm really glad the developers actually addressed this in the remaster while still leaving hard mode in the game as an option for players. So you have the best of both worlds in terms of difficulty. Alright, now for some things I didn't like about this reiteration of the game. First and foremost were the controls. Granted, they feel a whole lot better than they did on the Sega Genesis, but there is one glaring mistake the developers made this time around: not using the right analog stick. The controls in the original Assault Suit Leynos were pretty subpar, and you were forced to use the D-pad for simultaneous movement and aiming, which got really frustrating. Then again, that was a Genesis controller, it was 1990, there was not a whole lot they could do. That's why I find it so bizarre that after all these years, the developers chose not to remedy this in the remaster. It could have been a whole lot more fun if you could utilize the entire controller. I mean, I went through all the options in the menu, trying to find a way to change my control settings, and every single iteration does not use the right analog stick. It just makes no sense. Why not have the right analog stick for aiming while you use the left one for moving? I mean, you could be jumping and lining up your next shot, but no, you can't do it after all these years. What a shame. The other issue with this game is specific to the PC version of it. When this game first launched back in August of last year, a lot of people complained about compatibility issues, whether they were running Windows 7, Windows 8, or Windows 10. So that wasn't good, so a lot of people couldn't play the game when they first got it. Another small issue which doesn't make a whole lot of sense is that there's no option to exit the game in the main menu. So what do? You just hit escape on the keyboard, which, okay, that works, but why wouldn't you include that on there? Almost every game on Steam has an option for you to exit the game. It's a minor oversight, yeah, but come on, that's just so simple. Why didn't they include that? Again, Assault Suit Leynos is a fun and faithful remaster of the original game. There were just a few things the developers probably should have addressed before launching this game. If I had to recommend this game, I would say play the remaster rather than the original. Nothing wrong with the original, a lot of people enjoy that, but the difficulty and the graphical limitations are completely overshadowed by the remaster. Assault Suit Leynos is still available on the PlayStation Network for PS4, and this game is still available on Steam. As always, thanks for watching, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what videos you want to see here on Mecha Mondays. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time.